thought you were mine.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Steve with, Steve Cat Pirate? Steve Cat Pirate. Yes, with a spoon. I found the spoon. I don't know where, but I found the spoon. No, anyway, I'm Lieutenant Crazy Man, and today we're going to be continuing on with our build, learn how to build. I've got to make a name for that. But anyway, today, let's just do this. We are going to, roof. Let's look at different ways of building a roof. So, what I'm just going to quickly do, so I can get everything lined up, is going to bloop, and bloop, and bloop, and we'll just get this put in so that I can put this roof on properly. Then I'm going to do this, that, and that, and I think that should be fine for now. So we're going to look at a couple of different options today. The first one will be a kind of a tiered higher roof. Boingy. So I've decided to just go with cobblestone for the moment, but it's really up to you and what kind of building materials you want to work with. Different building materials can give out different kind of effects. That's right. Yes, that is right. Yes. And I'll just do this for the moment. So, something like that. Now, what I'll do is I'll do one side. So, when you're looking at this roof, you don't want it to just go like this, because I'll just do that, because that's pretty standard and pretty basic and boring. There is a few options when building your roofs to make it look a little more, what's the word? Layered? Yeah, layered, because we're still wanting to go with this kind of thing, but for the roof, roofs are generally kind of hit and miss sometimes, but anyway, because I want to bring this up a little higher, I'm going to be using the cobblestone and then something like this. So if I come along and do this, so it's like that, and then once I get this down, you'll be able to see a little bit of what kind of idea I'm going with today. Derp, 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 derp. And then we go like this, and then we go, actually, just to make things easier, building roofs can be a lot of a pain, a very big pain in the butt, and so sometimes it's easier to bring in a block behind something what you're actually building, and then work from there, and then you can break it afterwards. Stuff like that. So, with that, you've got a more, because it's coming up, and then you've got as straight up. Sometimes if you don't want mobs, if this is in survival mode, my brain is all over the place today. If you weren't aware, there was a charity live stream which I was moderating yesterday / this morning. And I ended up staying awake till I think it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and they kept on going until 6:30 a.m. and they raised a crazy amount of money. I believe it was $1,850 in the end, which is just the mind boggling. That's the word for it. So the next thing, as I'm building this, I'm wanting to bring this out a little more. So my idea is like this. So we've got that, and then we'll do that and like that. And the next thing would be that. Now, you could stop there, which would be fine. But I'm looking for something a little more layered, I guess. And so you, you, and then you. This isn't too over the top fancy, but it just gives a little bit more definition when you're looking from here or something like that. You've got the extra, and you can always go and wrong one, and I believe this still works. I could be wrong, but it does work. Something like this. Now, I know that could look a little weird, but yeah, I probably won't. With building, in the end, it is all a whole bunch of trial and error, learning different techniques and stuff like that. But this is just a basic one. When you look at I'll just build it here quickly. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And doing something like this. We've all seen it before. We've all done it before. It's fine if you're just building a basic house or something like that. Even going as simple as something like this brings the detail out, and even more so if you do something like this. Oop. Now, if you've got, say for example, you've got that, and then you bring that in, something like that, then it's, even though that window is only 2 blocks basically, it actually brings in a whole lot more depth. The other thing that you can also do is simply put something like this, and then that does it even more. So it's just a few different ideas and things that you can do. But yeah, I'll just get this finished and then I will show you what it looks like. And welcome back. So I got this side done. I'm gonna leave that side for another time. Why are you different? That is not meant to happen. Anyway, the second part to this is the inside of the roof. Now, a lot of people just ignore the inside of the roof, but I find ends up being fairly important in the end. So, just to make it look a little more aesthetically... what's the word? Aesthetically right? Aesthetically pleasing. Something wrong with this picture. It would be that. Yep. So, what we want to do is we want to create some kind of depth within the roof as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go like this, just to, before I do that, I want to just do this section at the moment so that I can still work in here. Now, there's a few different options, but probably the simplest kind of thing to do would be something like this, and then bring the depth that we were talking about, say it could be 1 or even like that. I'll do this for the moment, and then have this. So yep, you can do that. There is also the other option in which, try and get through here, we actually add, so we break this block, and then we bring this out 1 more. So now, we have a first hour. Yay! So now what we can do is we can do something like either this, which brings in more depth, or we can come out here. So all we have to do is something like this, something like that. That's better. And then bring this in, and then we've got all of this space to work with. Now, if you're looking from this side, you'll just be able to see that one there. So what my thoughts were that I want to have a window in here, but I also want to make it so that it looks like it's... So if I do that, and that, you've still got this block here, which is slightly annoying. There's... For this kind of thing, I would almost look at using half slabs. As it is supported, it's not too much of an issue. Almost forgot to do that. And so it will end up, because we can use stone slabs on top of these to use inside here, it'll end up fitting in. But yeah, we'll just have a quick look, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, we could look at removing that and then putting something like this in here, just to give it a... You can still see the wood behind it, slightly. Yes. Yes, I can still see it. But it almost creates an illusion of depth, which is also something that's really good. But that's just a basic roof. A few more things could be added, a few things, especially around here, could be changed. But yeah, I think I'm fairly happy with that. There's also the other option. It's what happens when you're building and it's just playing around with it, trying to find ideas. Where did they go? Right there. You could also look at doing something like this, which I think actually looks a little better. Just to give a little more depth to everything. Whoops. Something like that. More color, more depth, stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little roof tutorial. And I will see you guys in the next one.